All right. We are back with another episode of Beat the Heat on Sports.
Episode 420.
Episode 420.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right.
just go with it.
We'll go with it.
Like 10 or something, but episode 420. There's like 30 episodes we haven't been able to post because, like,
Yeah, there's been a lot that's going on. But, well,
maybe we'll have a video for this. I can't say it because the last time I said that we had to reshoot the entire thing.
We had to redo it.
Yeah, it was horrible.
We are not in our original spot.
Nope.
As you see, hopefully you see,
we're in someone's house.
Somebody else's house.
Yeah.
We don't know whose house we're using, but we're here.
We just stumbled here.
Sorry about the decor that this person has.
Yeah.
Sorry about any background audio that you may hear.
Screaming, baby
crying, babies
no dogs
playing.
this week.
No doggos, but
yeah, we got
whatever.
rid of the dogs for this week.
So we are back with another episode of Beat the Heat on Sports. I'm your host, Colin Ashlock, with my co-host, Chandler Hamilton.
That is me.
We've got a couple things in store for you guys. We're not going to keep this... Well, it may go along with the Mavericks, you know what I mean? But we're obviously going to talk about the NBA playoffs that are happening. Talk about some Dallas Mavericks. We watched the game last night. It was...
Well, if you haven't seen it, you're stupid. But if you have seen it, you're probably disappointed as we are.
Yeah, it was not pretty. But we're going to talk about some NBA playoffs. Then... Something else that happened on yesterday afternoon, Justin Thomas went off and made a comeback for the century.
Yeah, the dude.
We'll talk about that.
Balling.
And then we'll wrap up this episode with a little fun segment, just some Q&A between Chandler and I. Some fun questions, obviously sports questions, but...
Maybe learn a little bit from us.
Maybe learn a little bit more. But let's dive right in to some NBA playoffs. The Dallas Mavericks... They're down 3-0. They're down 3-0. If they win, they have a shot.
Games.
They have a shot because if they win this next game, the Warriors know what a 3-1 lead looks like.
They'll be tasting it. Be back in their mouth.
But so they know what a 3-1 lead looks like. But they also know they've lost a 3-1 lead. So the Mavericks, I'm not counting the Mavericks out, but we aren't looking good.
Yeah,
it's looking pretty scary.
I don't want to say we're throwing in the towel, even though like all the laundry's already started. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, like
we're not
giving up, but
that washer is going.
Yeah. So maybe we just stop it from getting to the dryer or something. We'll be all right.
We'll be all right.
Take it back out the washer.
I just don't understand how we are up by 19.
Yeah.
And they come back.
Yeah. Well, when you have two of your best shooters on the team that are usually the most clutch on three, or that you can just pretty much like expect 2 to 3 threes from them at least a piece, and probably combine for 25 points a game.
Yeah.
On most regular nights from three are 0 for 17 from three. I mean, what's 3 times 17? That's a lot of math. I don't know that. That's a lot of points we could have used, and I don't expect them to make all of that.
What did you say? 3 times
17?
51.
That's 51 points. The Mavs would have destroyed them in that game if they made 4 of those threes. The Mavs win the game because that's 12 points and they lost by 9.
I mean, I don't know if anybody in the NBA, if any team in the NBA can come back from 19 points, it's the Warriors.
Yeah,
Oof,
I think
that
Chipotle's killing him.
But no, if anybody in the NBA can come back from a 19-point deficit, it's the Golden State Warriors. I mean, you got Klay Thompson, you got Steph Curry who can shoot anywhere on the court. I mean, last night Steph was doing no-look threes. He was pulling up in people's faces. Didn't even care, no hesitation, driving the lane, just playing out of his mind, and it was just going in.
It's one of those things like, even as a Mavericks fan, you still respect the Warriors, and like you're still impressed by them.
You respect them.
I don't have any hate or shade towards the Warriors for how good they are and what they're playing. Like, it just sucks to see you being a Mavs fan.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, something just hit me too. I'm dying over here too.
Yeah, we shouldn't eat before potty.
Yeah,
but it's
probably
okay.
not.
It's all right. So let's look. Maybe if you saw the game, you had Steph Curry go off for 31, Andrew Wiggins 27.
Yeah.
It was an offensive foul, but Probably the dunk of the year.
It was
the poster of the year.
It was 100% the poster of the year, but it was also still a foul.
Dude, I don't know though. I don't know if it was an actual offensive foul.
It was a defensive foul. He smacked him in the face. You can't hit him in the face.
But you're going up like
Luka was straight up, and he wasn't even the way of the basket. Like Andrew Wiggins didn't actually have to even touch him. He could have just dunked right next to him.
I love Luka. Luka is an outstanding player, but there are times where I feel like he flops a lot.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, that's who he is. Look, everybody in the NBA flops. Yeah. I get it. You can say you can try to prove me wrong. I don't care. Yeah. You can comment down below who does not flop in the NBA, but I guarantee you will not
video to prove you wrong.
I will prove you wrong. Yeah. But I think he flopped a little bit. I think he pulled out his little Slovenia soccer skills and just...
The fall, yes, but he 100% got hit in the face. Like, 100% Andrew Wiggins is swinging his arm into Luka's face.
Yeah, I get it.
It's not like it's this arm,
right?
And he's dunking like this and his arm just happens to hit him. It's literally, he's using his arm as an arm bar and then dunks it. I don't think it was a bad play on Andrew Wiggins. I don't think he did it on purpose.
He postered Luka though.
It was a great dunk. But also
nasty.
At the same time, like it probably, like Luka was just straight up. He wasn't fouling him or anything like that, and he wasn't even really trying to jump with him. Andrew Wiggins just like came through the lane and just kind of moved over.
Andrew was a freight train.
So
Andrew was a freight train. He was coming in for vengeance.
Yeah.
I mean, he was going to destroy, which he did, destroy the rim.
Mm-hmm. It was a great dunk.
It was a great dunk. Cool. It was a great dunk.
Good highlights for sure.
Honestly, it was an offensive foul, which was in our case good.
Mm-hmm. But then they overturned it, so
at the same time, I feel bad for Andrew because it was just nasty.
Well, yeah, but they overturned
it. That didn't count
into their foul. That was a foul on Luka or whatever. Yeah. So it didn't really even matter in the long run. I just think they should have left the call as what it was.
Yeah, they should have just. They should have just.
Like,
well, honestly, they need to. Speaking of calls, they just need to let the guys play basketball. Play basketball.
So bad.
Just let them play basketball.
It's horrible.
Call the obvious fouls. If somebody smacks somebody in the face, call it.
Yes.
If somebody trips somebody, call it. If somebody takes somebody out of midair, call it. But don't be calling
the crap that they've been calling lately on both sides. I will give it to both sides.
You're calling both sides, but I feel bad for the game of basketball because you can't even enjoy a game.
I feel bad for the game of sports because of how refereeing and umpiring, whatever it is. Like we talked about this a couple weeks ago. This is a very big subject in my opinion.
Yeah,
that would take a lot of times. It's so annoying.
But let's talk about the rest of the Warriors before we jump over to the Mavs side. But you had, again, Steph Curry scored 31, shot 50%, 10 for 20 from the field, 5 for 10 from 3. You had Kevon Looney only scored 9 points, but had 12 boards. Yeah. You had Andrew Wiggins with 27, Draymond Green with 10, Klay Thompson with 19, and Jordan Poole with 10. Speaking of Draymond, let's jump over to his topic.
He can never get more than 2 technical fouls.
Well, I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him on the first one.
No, I don't.
I do.
I think they were doing it to set a precedent.
Well, he wasn't backcourt. He didn't go backcourt.
That's okay. I thought that was a bad call. I do agree with that. I think his feet were set, but I don't think you can say crap to the ref. Well, that's where he got the technical foul. Not because he wasn't backcourt. You can't make a case after the call. They're not going to overturn the call.
I get that, but it's just you got to be able to make some kind of case.
That's like shooting a man and then saying, "Oh well, I shot him, but
that's totally different.
No, it's the exact same thing."
It's totally different.
No, is the judge going to overturn it, whether or not it was right or wrong? He's not going to overturn it. You shot a man. You're going to do the time.
But he wasn't
backcourt. But he already called it. He can't just.
I get that, but he's just saying, "Look,
I'm sorry, Daddy Draymond. Let me just turn the call."
You just missed it. You missed the call. He was just letting him know you missed a call.
Yeah,
I mean, I gotta give Draymond. I gotta give Draymond.
By the way, you absolutely missed that call. It was a horrible call. I just want you to know that, and then you can play the rest of the basketball game. But he's jawing at him the entire court, and you have the most notorious ref in the game for giving a technical foul.
I think he was coming after Draymond though.
Oh my gosh!
I think he was coming at him.
I think he wanted to set the mood for the game and say that nobody's going to mess with me. And Draymond wanted to start jawing early in the first.
I don't know.
So we're going to get this done quick and early, and nobody else is going to do something for the rest of the game.
I don't know. He played 37 minutes, so
yeah, and he deserved a second technical for hanging on the rim, but nobody gave it to him. If you go back,
who deserved a technical? Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole deserved a technical for dunk. I think it was dunking or taking the ball of Charlotte, like, it was a great take.
Yeah.
But then getting in the face of Bertans.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Bertans low-key being saucy with these people, though.
Bertans got a tech for standing up.
Yeah, I know.
Legit. Like, did Bertans know what he was doing?
No.
Yes.
I don't know.
He knew that somebody was above him. Well, he knew that he was going to take off. It didn't look like it was on purpose.
Yeah.
It didn't look like he saw him and threw the elbow and launched him to the floor.
Yeah.
He just was standing up. Somebody was walking over him.
Yeah.
If somebody walked over me, I'm going to stand up too.
It's like
if I flip you, I flip you.
It's like the AI looking at who was it?
It was Tyronn Lue.
Yeah, Tyronn Lue.
I stepping over Tyronn Lue.
I would have got up and like tripped AI if he did that to me.
But I'm just like, look, he's trying to stand up. Let him stand. Yeah. Like, he shouldn't have gotten a technical.
You don't got to put your 5'8" self trying to walk over a 7-foot dude. Like, it's not going to happen anyway.
It's just it was stupid. It was stupid. But
yeah, this whole series was very frustrating.
Bertans got a technical for that crap. But then Jordan Poole literally comes face to face with Bertans. Bertans not even doing anything, looking at the ball, and Jordan's like,
"Yeah, I know."
And I'm like,
"Stupid,
bro." Like, okay, look, if so and so can't showboat, why are we gonna let somebody else showboat like that and get in somebody's face?
Robotic refs. I'm telling you right now,
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
If we're gonna do this whole thing where like people can challenge, I say you'd be able to challenge every play. Let's make this game interesting.
Yeah, but I think that would make the game way too long. Way too long.
Do you want a fair game? Do you want to win games the right way?
Well,
do you want to win games with legit calls? Or do you want to have this variable where everybody whines and says, well, if he wouldn't have fouled in the third quarter, the whole game, the whole mood of the game would have been changed. Well, maybe. What if it wasn't a foul and we're all looking back now? And if we're going to keep real refs, I say we find these fools.
We got to find. You got to find refs.
A call, you're getting paid. I know they're getting paid amazing money to do this.
You got to find refs.
They got to get fined.
The Mavericks got fined
for $100,000. Theo Pinson wore.
Well, no. So yeah,
it's happened 3 times now.
Who was that? I have
Theo Pinson was wearing a white shirt, and the Warriors were wearing white jerseys, and the ref came up to him before the game. Yeah.
Was it him? I thought it was somebody. I thought it was Tim Hardaway.
No, they look a lot alike.
Oh, well, then I guess I was wrong.
But they look a lot alike.
He said you had to go change your shirt.
And he's just started laughing.
I got to change my shirt? Yeah. And he's like, yeah, you got to go change your shirt because the other team's wearing white.
No.
He's like, we don't want a situation or whatever. And I'm like, if you get confused on...
There's gold and blue on your jersey and numbers.
This dude is wearing a plain white tee with a little red, small red logo on his chest.
Exactly. Stupid.
You're going to get that mistaken.
Yeah, exactly.
He's in a white t-shirt and black jeans.
It's not like he's wearing that on purpose. What is he going to go change into? I'm sure they have clothes or something back there. But
more than likely. But
you're going to tell me this dude is just like, hey, by the way, take your shirt off. I would have worn no shirt.
Bro, I would have worn no shirt. I do not care.
Yeah, I should.
I'd have went no shirt.
Took your pants off too.
I'd have been like this. If the ref said it, you need to go change your shirt.
I'd be like, switch me right now. Give
I'd have been taking it off, bro. Right then.
Ref,
right then and there.
Give me your uniform right now.
Right then and there. I'd probably do a better job.
I would have dropped my pants first, though.
He might have liked it. You never know.
Oh my god! But it's horrible.
That was a thing that really like urged me because I was like, look, I get it.
Yeah.
If it's white shirt, white jerseys, but the Mavericks were fined $100,000.
Yeah, 3 times. It's $300,000 total.
This is the third time, but they were fined for standing up cheering.
Yeah,
cheering.
And so Mark Cuban responded with like some funny comment with the video of like
our team is so bad, our bench is so bad.
Yeah, I'm like, he responded with the funny comment that was like cinematic, like something like that, something hilarious.
Yeah.
And then the video behind it was the Nets bench doing like the dance.
Nets bench standing on the court, literally dancing, and no one says a thing. But if the Mavericks stand up and go,
yeah, exactly.
Oh, we're gonna get fined. I'm just like, look, they're cheering.
Yeah.
Like I'll be watching any game in basketball. There's the bench stands up and cheers for their team.
Okay. So here, let's jump into some questions about this segment. Okay, on the Golden State Warriors side, what is something that you think they can improve on? And what do you think is a way that the Mavs can beat the Warriors if they don't improve?
So, obviously, turnovers for the Warriors and Mavericks. I think they can both improve on that. Turnovers were a big factor last night, especially last night. I couldn't recall the turnover count, but I know it was high. Yeah. So both teams can definitely count on turnovers. One way that the Mavericks can beat the Warriors, though, is they've got to be able to finish at the rim.
I agree.
They're trying to. I get drive and kick, but the Warriors know that they're going to drive. That Luka's going to drive, or that somebody's going to drive, and either Luka, Reggie Bullock, or Dorian Finney-Smith is going to be on the 3-point line waiting for the ball to be passed out to them. So they've realized that. They've adjusted to that.
Oh, yeah.
And so you've just got to be able to finish at the rim, drive, and instead of kicking it back out every single time,
maybe a ball
finish at the rim.
Okay.
Finish at the rim.
I like that.
But another thing the Mavericks need to work on is they got to work on this freaking zone defense cheese.
Yeah,
I mean the Warriors are destroying them in this 3-2 zone.
Yeah,
and the Mavericks cannot score against it.
To whoever is in charge of defense for the Warriors. Obviously, Steve Kerr said something, but he's getting.
It's definitely Steve, but I think Draymond Green is the infiltrator on defense.
But this is what I'm saying: if you watch the Mavericks Warriors game, and oftentimes throughout the Warriors season, if they're playing a team, sorry for the.
Podcast died again.
Yeah,
the batteries,
but a daily thing with us.
Yeah, probably. But so the 3-2 defense is where we left off.
Yeah,
we were talking
3-2.
about the Mavericks just got to be able to score. They've got to be able to score. They can't like. They've got to take it to the rack. They've got to finish strong. They can't just keep passing it out.
Yeah.
But one thing that really destroyed the Mavericks yesterday. Last night?
Well, there's a few things, I think.
Well, yeah, but Reggie Bullock and Maxi Kleber played 65 total minutes combined. Scored 0 points. 0 for 15 from the field. 0 from 12 from 3-point.
Yeah.
And they lost.
That's pretty bad. Don't know if you guys ever watch basketball, but basketball is a game where multiple people play the game and not just Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
So you need a lot of people scoring on their team.
You had Luka score 40. Yeah. Spencer Dinwiddie scored 26, and Jalen Brunson scored 20.
Yeah.
It's
bad.
Look,
very
yes,
bad.
Those guys scored, but then you have Maxi Kleber, who shot 0 for 5 from the field, 0 for 5 from 3, and then you have Reggie Bullock, 0 for 10 from the field, 0 for 7 from 3.
Yeah,
are you serious right now?
So I want them to keep shooting though.
Yes,
Maxi Kleber,
they can score.
Reggie Bullock, commend him. He got the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Award. Cool
yeah.
award. Glad a Maverick got that. It's good to see that, and everything that he does for the community outside of basketball. But I will say this to Reggie Bullock: he didn't stop shooting, which I am glad he didn't shut down and just become a worthless player on the court. At least he's still getting shots up and waiting and hoping it'll fall. Maxi Kleber missed and was like, I'm never shooting the ball for the rest of the game, and he just stopped shooting the ball and became body out there.
When they noticed that those 3-point shots were not falling, just take it to the rim.
Yeah,
take it to the rim or drive and then kick.
Yeah, you're worthless if you're just standing in the corner and you're not going to shoot the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if you know you're not going to make the shot, which first of all you should know you're going to make the shot. You should be confident the entire time. Yeah. You're in the NBA. You have to play to that skill level. If you're going to be like that, though, and it's just I'm just having a bad night, I'm not confident in it falling, I'm still going to shoot it, but maybe there's a better way that I can get involved.
Maxi Kleber's wide open.
Yeah, they wanted him open.
Maxi Kleber is wide open.
Yeah, this was a
warm-up jumper. Warm-up jumper.
Yeah.
And here's Steph Curry with hands and face like this. Yeah. I mean, I get it. Steph Curry is known for three-point shooter.
Obviously,
he's way better shooter. But you can't miss wide open shots.
I know.
This is wide open.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I mean, Luka. The thing is with Luka can't be the only person showing up every single night. And I commend Jalen Brunson scoring 20 and Spencer Dinwiddie scoring 26. But look, Luka should not be scoring. I mean, if he scores 40, the rest of the guys that are starting 5 should at least be 15 or more.
Yeah, and like I said before we kind of started this, we were just sitting here talking about just catching up on everything. I said Luka should never have a 40-point night. And the reason I say that is because he shouldn't have to score 40 points a night for the team to be in contention to even come close to winning like they are. You have Jalen Brunson, Spencer Dinwiddie, which are both two players that we are going to be offering contracts to. And if we don't, I may be switching to whatever team they go to.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson is a man.
They are putting up the numbers they need to. It's the supporting roles after them. Their supporting roles to Luka, their role players. that's kind of been set. Everybody knows that they understand the role and they play it perfectly. Spencer Dinwiddie comes off the bench. Jalen Brunson sometimes comes off the bench. It's just a back and forth type thing. And they're playing their role perfectly. But then you start dropping down to guys like Tim Hardaway, obviously hurt. But I think the series is different if Tim Hardaway
was in the game. It's a totally different story.
He's a 15-plus player a night.
I think the Utah Jazz series would have been totally different.
Yeah.
If Tim Hardaway was playing in the regular season, we wouldn't have been in the fourth place. I believe we'd have been in the third place seed.
Yeah. So, but that's just another what if that we'll never get to, and that we'll never actually know
Tim Hardaway
about.
play.
Tim Hardaway. Then you have Reggie Bullock. You have Dorian Finney-Smith. Dorian Finney-Smith has been a good player. Yep. He kind of had an off night last night. He struggled to get into the game and start shooting, but he started picking it up throughout the game and became more reliable. But those are guys that they have to show up.
Yeah,
they all have to show up. If one guy is off, two other guys have to show up. You can't have three guys off, and then you just have to put Frank Ntilikina, Lena, whatever his name is. Yeah. And then you got to rely on Bertans. Bertans should be a 3-for-4 shooter every night.
Bertans is like shooting 13. He scored 13. He played 13 minutes and only shot three shots.
Yeah,
I think he needs more shots. If he's going to play that much time, he's at least got to shoot the ball a little more.
He needs to shoot the ball more. He's a very confident shooter.
He's very confident. He'll pull up anywhere. But the problem is he can hit a few, but he's just got to shoot more. He's got to shoot more. But Otto Porter, was good. He was injured off of he was a driving layup. He fell wrong.
No dirty play.
Not a dirty play. He just didn't fell even wrong.
Land bad.
He's doubtful for Game 4. Which
maybe that's what we need.
Maybe that's what we need or whatever. Much, I don't know, but that's we'll see how that goes. Will the Warriors make the sweep on Tuesday? Or is it No.
Likely,
tomorrow.
But I don't want to see it.
No, it is tomorrow. No, it is. Yep,
yeah,
tomorrow.
They play tomorrow.
Will the Warriors sweep the Mavericks tomorrow night at 8 o'clock? Or will the Mavericks win their game before they go back to Golden State?
I'm going to say the Mavs will figure something out and win one game at least.
I hope so.
But I don't know if we're going to win at Golden State.
Yeah.
That's just a tough. The crowd there is horrible.
It's a tough crowd.
If you're the opposing team.
Yeah, if you're the opposing team, good luck. But let's cap that off right there for the Mavericks. We'll come back to that subject maybe this weekend for one.
Maybe if they win or if they're still good.
But let's talk very briefly on the Celtics and Heat that are going on right now. That game, you have Marcus Smart who's out. You have Tyler Hero who's out for Game 4. So that
Jimmy Butler is playing, but he is definitely some type of injury going on there.
Yeah, there's something sore, something going on with Jimmy Butler. But hey,
just started thinking about that post we saw earlier. I was like, something sore,
man. But right now, as the video is recorded, or as we are recording this, the Boston Celtics are winning 26-6, but the Miami Heat are leading the series 2-1. So I think this series goes 7.
It's going to go to 7 games.
I think this series goes 7.
I want the Heat to win.
Oh, you a Heat guy?
Yeah, I'm all team Heat. I'm team Jimmy Butler.
Dude, I want the Celtics to win. I wanted it to be Celtics Mavericks.
Is it Jimmy Butler and Kyle Lowry on the same team?
Yes, now they are.
And Bam Adebayo?
Yes, now they are.
That was a good team.
Nah, it's all right. But I want it to be Boston versus I want it to be Boston versus Mavericks. But if the Mavericks lose, then I obviously want to see the Warriors win it out. And here's why: because I would like to say, well, the Mavericks lost to the champs.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I want to see Miami and the Warriors in the finals if the Mavs lose.
Yeah. No, we'll see. But let's take a quick break real quick, and then we're going to jump right back in and talk about some Justin Thomas and the PGA Championship.
Sounds good.
So stay tuned. All right. Welcome back to Beat the Heat on Sports. We're going to jump right into the PGA Championship. If you haven't seen... Justin Thomas made an unbelievable comeback.
Was it like 3 playoff holes? 3 playoffs?
3 playoff holes, but he was down 8 shots.
Yeah.
And if you're a golf fan, you know that's unbelievable.
That's a crazy day to be down 8 shots, come back, tie it, and then win after 3 playoff holes against Will Zalatoris.
This is how Sunday began. Justin Thomas was in 7th place at 2 under, while Mito Pereira was sitting at 1st place at 9 under.
Yeah. He kind of had a downfall.
He had a big downfall.
Yeah.
Then Will Zalatoris was sitting in 2nd place with Matt Fitzpatrick sitting at 6 under. And then here's Justin Thomas coming from 2 under to 5 under, tying with Will Zalatoris to go into 3 playoff holes.
Yeah.
And then on the 3rd playoff hole,
he beat him.
JT won.
Props to Justin Thomas for being resilient and for just like
not giving
up at all. Because
not giving up.
Some people could be in his position and be like, yeah, there's no chance I'm winning, but he just hit a different level than everybody else and just sent it home, dude. It was crazy to see how good he played for those last, like, basically, like, I don't know, I guess the entire last day compared to everybody else.
Well, I was sitting on the couch on Sunday with my wife, and we were watching the tournament, the final round, and she said, "Who do you even want to win this tournament?" And I said, "I would really love to see JT win it."
Yeah, and then he just came back and ended up winning it.
She said, "Is he going to win?" And I said, "I don't think so."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Who's winning?" And I was like, "Mito Pereira." And she's like, "Where's he at?" And I said, 9 under par. Justin Thomas is at 2 under par. He's 7 shots back from the lead. And she said, "Oh, that's not good." And I was like, no, it's not.
It's crazy to see that, like, like it really does change that quick. And most of the time, whoever's leading on Sunday does not win, in my opinion, unless you're just up by crazy strokes, which he was up by crazy strokes compared to Justin Thomas. But Pereira, is that what it is? Pereira, something like that. Starts with a P.
Starts with a P.
Dude, he was playing really good until he hit the water on the 18th hole. He said it wasn't even on his mind. He wasn't even thinking about the water, and he just somehow hit it. But
Pereira shot 5 over on Sunday.
Yeah.
5 over, while JT shot 3 under. Obviously, Will Zalatoris shot 1 over. And Matt Fitzpatrick shot 3 over.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, dude.
And then you have...
Just took the best of
Tiger Woods.
Yeah, Tiger Woods actually withdrew on the Saturday.
Which, rightfully so, he was dealing with that leg soreness in there. He didn't want to risk anything. He knew he wasn't going to win the tournament, so there was no sense in really pushing through. So rightfully so, hopefully all is good there, and he can be back for the next tournament.
I do appreciate the fact that every headline isn't about Tiger, and like Justin Thomas is actually getting his moment about it, because if you look back, like the whole Masters thing, obviously Tiger coming back and actually playing golf, and he's not in the competitive level yet, in my opinion. Yeah. Obviously you see what's happening. He's not in the competitive level, but just seeing that he made the comeback and he's actually able to play golf. And
I mean, he made the cut.
Yeah.
And which is unbelievable on itself, is making the cut. But then at the round 3, really having some trouble with that leg. So
I just appreciate the fact that nobody's going crazy like, oh my God, Tiger Woods withdrew, and like it's overshadowing Justin Thomas's PGA Championship win. I think that he deserves it. And at the Masters, you saw more of like Tiger Woods overshadowing all the headlines. Obviously, it was this big comeback.
It was a big comeback, and no one thought he was actually going to play golf except at the PNC tournament with his son. Yeah. So no one thought he was going to come back, but then he came back for the majors. Yeah. I mean, the Masters.
And he's confident he can win. I think I could honestly see him getting at least one more win in the rest of his career.
I believe it.
I don't know where it would be at. I don't know what it could be. But I think he gets at least one more win, and maybe that's when he calls it quits.
Maybe. But take a look at these other scores that were on the leaderboard. After round 2, Zach Oakley is sitting at 23 over par.
I could play that.
He got cut. Obviously, he didn't make the weekend. But dude, what are we doing?
23 over par.
We can shoot way better than that.
Yeah,
we may not make the cut, but we can at least play.
Yeah,
I mean,
stay tuned. Maybe me and Colin will enter a golf tournament.
The cut was sitting at 3 over. The cut was sitting at 3 over.
Yeah,
a Step Straka.
I would not hit the 3 over.
Step Straka, he made the cut, made it till Sunday, but finished in 78th place, finishing the final round at 6 over par.
That's horrible.
In round 3, he shot a 79, so he shot 9 over par on Saturday and then 6 over par on Sunday.
I'm very confident that I can compete with that.
Round 2, he shot 2 over par. And round 1, he shot 1 over par. So he was 3 over going into the weekend.
Goal on the podcast and videos, me and Colin.
We're going to enter in some tournaments. Maybe.
In 2 years,
give us 2 years.
We'll have, what is it, our Corn Fairy card? Can you get a Corn Fairy card?
Maybe.
Okay, 2 years. Give us 2 years. Mark our words. What day is this? May 23rd. It's my sister's birthday. May 23rd, 2022. So May 23rd, 2024. Me and Colin will be able to play in a Corn Fairy event.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Manner or form.
We'll video it.
Yeah. Whether that's one of us playing and one of us caddying for the other, that counts. Okay?
We will be there. We'll have our social media coordinator there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. If she still loves me by then.
Yeah. She's not being a bougie face and actually
a bougie face.
And she's like, "You're too boring."
It's like you don't make enough money for me. You want to play golf. That's okay. Maybe I'll just be able to retire from my sales role early.
Maybe.
And just play golf full time.
Oh, that would
then I could just like stay home during the weekdays.
My parents are on. Speaking of golf, my parents are on vacation right now.
Yeah,
and they were telling me how nice the golf course is there.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
And I'm like, I want to go play.
We're playing
Friday. We're playing Friday. But that won't be videoed.
No.
But congrats to JT for making an unbelievable comeback of down 8 strokes.
Wild.
Or 7 strokes. Yeah. Down 7 strokes.
6-8-7.
6-8-7. Down a lot.
Called JG Wentworth.
Came back and won the PGA Championship in a 3-hole playoff over Will Zalatoris. And Will wasn't even upset.
No.
Like, he
played good golf.
Yeah. I mean, he shot one over. But Will gave credit where credit was due.
Yeah.
And gave JT that win. I mean, JT fought for it. Will knew it.
Props.
And he gave it.
Actually, to Mr. P, that's all I'm going to call him. Mr. P that shot 5 over. He was walking off like, dude, he got destroyed.
Oh, dude, he was down.
But he held his head high. He went over and hugged his wife and kids. And he took everybody that wanted to interview him, interviewed. He wasn't a guy that just like cried off to the clubhouse and was just mad and pissed off and everything like that.
I would say yes, it stung because he found the water. He had the lead, and then he played this final round, shot 5 over, found the water, had trouble with the water on the 18th hole, the last hole, knowing that he wasn't going to win the tournament after having a 3-stroke lead going into the final day, and then just falling apart. Obviously, he was going to be down, but he still held his head high, and he's going to come back. I mean, I think he'll come back the next week, and he'll really put on a show. But we'll see what happens. So we're going to take one last break. We're going to wrap that segment up right there, and then we're going to come back and just finish this segment or this episode up with a little bit of quick Q&A. So stay tuned.
We're back.
Welcome back.
Back again.
To this episode of
Shady's
Beat the Heat.
Back. Tell your friends.
Oh, my goodness.
Freestyle time with Chandler, your man. I'm too white. We're done.
Okay. All right. Well, we're back to this episode. We're going to wrap this episode up with some Q&A.
Yeah, question time.
So I've got some questions for you, Chandler.
Not story time. Question time with Colin.
Not story time. Question time with Colin.
That should be... We should, like, interchange weeks. Like, one week we'll do story time with me.
Chan, and then the next week or a couple weeks we'll do question time with Colin.
Yeah, we're gonna start acting more fun segments into the podcast instead of just talking about sports. But
first
here we go.
Which game of basketball would you rather have at any level? Okay? But which game of basketball would you rather have? Game A, score 100 points, have 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 block. Or game B, score 33 points, 22 rebounds, 21 assists, and 10 steals.
Game B. If anybody picks game A, you're a loser, dude.
You're just all about yourself.
Yeah, like you're gonna win the game.
Look,
if
100
you
points.
If you choose
100 points
B.
is amazing.
Yeah,
100 points is amazing. No one really does that except the Stilt Chamberlain.
Yeah,
but game B is a quadruple double.
Yeah, and so
whoever gets a quadruple double except in 2K.
I think your team's record is gonna be better if you have game B because it's gonna be more spread out. Obviously, the assists, that's points scored. So what is it? 22 assists. 21 assists, 21 times 2.
At least 2 is 42.
Yeah, so minimum of 42. Yeah. Probably a variable that gets up to close to 60.
60 because you add some 3-pointers in there.
60 plus your 33 right there.
You got 93 points, right?
That's just 93 points just off of that. Plus what?
22 boards.
22
10
boards.
steals.
10 steals. 10 steals is going to turn into.
Let's
just do half of that. 10 steals. That's at least 10 points. Maybe throw 3 in there. That's over your 100 points, not including everybody else on your team besides your.
I'm going with game B.
Game B. Analytically perspective, smart perspective. I mean,
you only get in game A, you get the 100 points. Yes, I get that, but you only get 3 boards.
Okay,
and 2 assists.
Your team's overall record, I think, is going to be maybe more leveled out with game B than A. A, you'll probably win more games, but I don't think you're going to be as like a.
No, that's just one game.
You know, on 2K when you have your teammate grade.
Oh yeah, you gotta.
It's gonna suck.
If you get game B, you got an A plus. Game A,
you have an F.
You may have a C plus or a B minus.
To the Hornets or the Kings. The Kings suck.
Yeah, Kings suck. You get traded to the Kings.
Yeah, that would suck.
I mean, even though you scored 100, you get traded because you're not a team player.
Yeah, nobody really cares.
No one cares. But
question number 2. What do you think about these rules? Okay.
North Korea basketball rules.
All right, already sounds communistic.
All right, rule number 1. Slam dunks are worth 3 points.
I like that. That would make basketball very interesting.
3 points are worth 4 points if the ball doesn't touch the rim.
Oh shoot! So we going all.
So if it's a switch,
this. Can we get an actual league like this in the US?
4 points instead of 3. Number 3, 1 point is deducted for every missed free throw shot. Rule number 4.
Man, Shaq would lose every game.
Shaq would be a negative, bro.
0 points
Shaq
a game.
Would be a negative points. If you could get negative points, Shaq would be there. But because they would just hack a Shaq.
Oh yeah, foul him
rule
every
number
time.
4, a field goal made within the last 3 seconds of a game is worth 8 points.
In the last how many seconds?
3 seconds. A buzzer beater. So you could be down by.
Is this real rules or is this bullcrap?
No, this is real North Korea basketball rules.
Dude, Kim Jong-un has been writing that book up.
Games can end in a tie.
That's cap.
No overtime.
I agree with every rule on there except for maybe 4 and 5.
What North Korean is? No offense, but what Korean is dunking a basketball?
Wow, Colin's racist. I'm just kidding.
Send me a video because I've never seen it before.
Korean dunking. Yeah, send me a video of Koreans dunking. I don't know of any Koreans in the NBA. Is Jeremy Lin?
No, he's gone. Is
he of Korean descent?
I think he's Chinese.
Oh, okay. I don't think he's Chinese. He may be Vietnamese. I always say Vietnamese, and I've been corrected multiple times. It's Vietnamese. I can't say it right.
Whatever. But yeah, slam dunk's worth 3. 3 points worth 4 if it's a swish.
If it's a swish.
If it hits the rim, it's worth 3.
Okay. I like that.
1 point is deducted for every missed free throw. Okay. A field goal made within the last 3 seconds is 8 points, and games can end in a tie.
But wait, potentially, if you hit the game winner within 3 seconds, it's 8 points. But if you swish it and no rim, does it go to 9 points?
No, does it go? Wait. Yeah.
9 points, because you're still getting the points from making
it. Is it 9?
9.
Whoa. That's a good question.
I'm going to have to call Kim Jong. I'll have to get with Dennis Rodman. You know, he used to play up here at Southeastern, so
he used to play.
We'll get with D-Rod. Okay,
right.
Well, this is the next
question. Number 3. What do you think about Michael Vick coming out of retirement to join the fan-controlled football league?
I love it. Him and T.O. are playing right now. Yeah. Are going to be playing. Johnny Manziel is playing too.
Fan-controlled football league. I haven't seen this.
I wonder if he's going to get any dogs out there.
I don't know, maybe.
He might have dog fight.
Make some extra money on the side, you know. Sideline's like, no.
He's gonna bring like 12 Rottweilers up there and just have a big pin, and they're gonna be fighting on the sideline, controlling that while he's throwing TDs.
But I want to know if Michael Vick still has it.
Yeah, no, I think
can he still run around the field like he used to back in the day, or is he slow as molasses because he's 41 years old?
It's going to be whatever the fans want, and the fans are probably going to want to see this man run.
Yeah, they're going to want to see this guy run.
Sneak the first 12 plays.
Dude, they're going to say, like, they're going to pull up the Lamar Jackson play where he just fakes the handoff to the running back and just takes off, and then Michael Vick. Here's Michael Vick. Here's Michael Vick after the first 3 runs. Somebody give him the oxygen mask because he's about to die. He's 41. But I don't know. He
sounds like me after Thanksgiving dinner.
I don't know. T.O.'s in there too. He said he can run a 4.58
something
40. I think it was a 4.58 40 still.
That's still good. Still very good.
Over 40 years old, and I'm like, man.
Yeah.
If you're running that way at 40, man, I want what you're on.
I'm excited to see Michael Vick back. How old is he? 41.
41. Michael Vick. Michael Vick.
Okay. All right.
Athletes.
Okay.
Would you rather hit a game winner at home in front of everyone you know, or hit a game winner away in front of all of their fans?
Oh, that sucks. That's a very tough question.
Yeah. See, I'm kind of torn. I'm torn because
I don't want to answer that.
If you're hitting a game winner in front of all their fans, you got a nice bus ride home. You can look at the crowd.
I'm going on the road.
I'm going on the crowd. You're sending them home mad.
Yeah, I'm going to go with on the road because there's nothing worse than losing on the home court to a buzzer beater.
But if you have a game winner at home, you get to celebrate with your fans.
That's okay. There's going to be video on it.
You got the student section.
It's going to be tweeted.
You got the fans. You got everybody there. You got your family.
I don't know. I'd rather disrespect somebody.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah. I'm all for my family and friends seeing me hit a game winner, but
look.
They see me play all the time.
If you're my family and friends and you ain't going to the away games, there's something wrong.
Yeah. But you know what's even crazier? Say there's a scout or something for the other team watching some kid play, and this kid's guarding you, and you just step back, Luka step right back. Over his face, and then you just give him the old yeah.
So hit a game winner away in front of their fans. I like it.
You got any more questions?
I
got a couple questions for you.
That wraps
if
up
you
my questions.
could take any sport in the world, anything that's classified as sport, and make it an Olympic sport, what would it be? I have my answer, and I'm going to go over mine, but I want to hear yours.
If you can make any sport, what sport's not already in the Olympics?
Exactly. So any sport that's not already an Olympic sport, make it an Olympic sport. Don't look this up. I want to know if you're top of your head. I thought about this for
rugby.
30 seconds. I think rugby is.
Is rugby in the Olympics?
Some form, I think. Maybe.
Dude, I don't know.
You would pick rugby. I'm thinking
because golf is already in the Olympics now.
I was thinking
basketball's already in the Olympics. Soccer's in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Ooh. Is baseball?
What about football?
Oh, bro.
We would win every year.
No, we got to put football in the Olympics. I'm right there with you.
Okay,
Never mind.
so
Football
yours is
in the Olympics. Football.
Football is still not mine, but it was a good
American football in the Olympics. You have all the stars on this team.
It would be exactly like the dream team. We would never lose. There's not anybody outside of America.
I mean, unless they go home and play for their home teams, like Azuma
but think about it.
Dominic Sue or
how many players? Like Hawaii guys, there's a lot of Samoan guys.
But the thing is
they're all linemen.
Yeah, but the thing is,
I guess, but you're not going to build enough teams.
Well,
to have anybody.
I don't know if you're going to build enough teams, but I would love to see football. All-stars. I would love to see football in the Olympics. That'd be really cool.
From the U.S. that wouldn't even get to play. Though, just think about that. Like, how many all-star quarterbacks wouldn't get to play? Like,
that's true.
It would be like Tom Brady, and his backup would be like
Tom Brady and his kids.
It would be like Aaron Rodgers would be the backup, but you have like Kyler Murray, Josh Allen. Patrick Mahomes, all these guys are.
I know they may not even play. What sport would you put in?
Cornhole.
Oh, I like it.
Do you know why I say cornhole? Because America would never lose. Because we have the most redneck dude. I can just see good old Billy Bob in his 3XL overalls with no shirt on and a nip hanging out on each side, just throwing them bags against Korea and just acing it every time. And this dude from Korea is screaming.
Because that's all we ever do at barbecues or at the lake is cornhole, bro.
Some good old boy from Stillwater, Oklahoma is going to be out there bagging it all night long right on Korea and China. And we're just going to, every redneck at home is going to feel more pride than anything. And I'm proud to be an American where at least I cornhole free. And, it'd just be the funniest thing ever. I would love to see cornhole. Or washers. Get washers in there. I don't know. They could play
I would rather see cornhole.
No, I feel like the Chinese will figure out washers really well. It does not sound racist in any way. I feel like they would just figure out the geometry or math.
Build the washers the physics. Real good, bro.
Bing! Every time, just diming them. But we got cornhole. We can throw some bags.
Cornhole.
That's mine. I think I had one more question, but I can't really remember. Oh, what do you think the hardest professional sport is?
The hardest professional sport? Ooh.
Not... And we can probably cover a few different levels of what makes it hard, physically and mentally. What do you think the hardest sport is? I'm gonna tell you right now. Michael Jordan said it was golf.
Yeah, Michael Jordan did say it was golf. And golf, easy. I would have to say would be up there.
It's the hardest. I think it's the hardest game mentally, but not physically.
Physically tough. I'd either have to say either football or hockey.
Yeah.
Football or hockey would have to be
rugby's up there, but it's like in the same field as football.
But and then my rugby surpasses because those boys don't wear pads at all.
Yeah.
I mean, those boys are just knocking each other out. Just
maybe like
muscle to muscle, bro.
What is it, like lacrosse? Because they're just wailing on each other. But at the same time, they're wearing like some pads and
I don't know. That's a really tough question. That's a really tough question. Let us know down below what you think would be the hardest sport because I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, think maybe mentally golf.
Mentally golf, physically would have to be rugby or hockey.
You flip that sucker, done. You're dead. Your head is falling off.
You're dead.
I mean, that's like the most tragic, I guess. Ski jumping. Oh, physically.
The slopes. Whoosh.
Have you seen the movie Eddie the Eagle? Mm-hmm. That dude was flying down the field. I don't know. There's a lot of physically demanding.
There's a lot of sports, but I would have to say the toughest sport to play, probably physically, would have to be rugby. Dude, because you're not wearing pads.
Yeah, you're just getting hit by a bunch of big dudes all day long.
Those boys, you know darn well.
They're shooting it up for sure.
They have to be doing something, dude. Those guys have muscles where I don't think muscles grow.
Well,
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Let us know what you guys think about it.
Let us know what you think about it. So that wraps up this episode of Beat the Heat on Sports. We hope you guys enjoyed that episode number 11 of Beat the Heat on Sports. Stay tuned. For this week, we have another episode coming out. Our first reaction video will be coming out this week as well, so stay tuned for that. As always, like and subscribe to the channel. Help us reach 500. That is our first goal, a reasonable goal to help reach 500 500 subscribers. Help us reach that goal.
Maybe our fiance and wife will not think we're embarrassments anymore.
Maybe.
Tear shed.
It's a prayer. But help us reach that goal. But stay tuned every week for a podcast episode. And then we're going to also shoot out some reaction videos as well as some golf and trick shot videos coming soon. So stay tuned. But let us know down below what you guys think, what you guys would like to see. But this is Beat the Heat on Sports. I'm Colin.
This is Chandler.
And we will see you guys next week.
See ya.